Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Driving My Truck. We are following the career of Wolfgang here. Now, I did have a thought last night while I was sleeping, so I changed the name of the company from In Time Delivery to Wolfpack Logistics. I thought it was so much better because it plays on his name, Wolfgang, Wolfpack. Totally works there, if you ask me. So we have this one. We ended off our last episode with being the heavy haul from Oakland over to Huron. So we are going to be starting from Huron this time. Now, I know that we said we wanted to stay in California. However, I'm so thinking of going out because this is just too good of money. We've already been to Los Angeles, so we'd have Santa Monica or Sacramento that we would be able to go to. And those are the only places, and they're really cheap compared to this one, the Harvester. It's a heavy haul, and it's $13,500. Now, I did do a little research while I was sitting there waiting, and I went to the Kenworth dealership, and it's going to be $120,000 for us to get the truck that we want. Okay, so this Kenworth, it's not going to have the sleeper on there. It's just going to be a day cab. It's going to have 6x4. Oh, actually, that one is 6x2. It's 6x2. It is not a lift. It's just a standard. However, I do have the larger engine in it. Okay, so it's a 400 horsepower engine versus just the stock 375, I believe it was. So I really need to be getting that money so that way we can get our own rig. So what we're going to do is we're going to just kick off. We are going to take that drive. So we are going to go to our drive right here, which is actually one of the best ones out of the entire thing. So let's go ahead and start this drive. I know we wanted to stay in California, but we also need to be able to get some better. Okay, and we are here. So we are in a Kenworth W900, the one that I really like, and we have that Harvester on there. So let's take a look at that one. We got some guys working on some stuff over here. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, we got a pickup truck right behind us too. Oversized load. Isn't that just a nice truck? Needs a different paint job, but hey, the paint job's not that bad. Remember, we don't own this truck. So, but we got that Harvester. I'm still trying to figure out how they're transporting the wheels, because normally when you see these things go down the road, the wheels are there too. They're just in a different part of the trailer. But there's no wheels on this one. So, let's go ahead and start our drive. So we got a nice, wonderful drive here. I do try to keep the videos of playtime to around 45 minutes, because then by the time I edit them, they're down to about 30 minutes. If you couldn't tell, the two videos that do have me talking are around 30 minutes each. So there's that. I did come in and adjust a few of the controls as well. So now we have the horn and everything while we're sitting on the steering wheel. Come on. Sometimes they need to cut these brushes back. I think that they really need to cut these things back. And yes, we are leaving from the exact same place that we dropped off at when we dropped off that heavy haul. So we are actually the exact same amount of distance there. So I turned off that other monitor right there that had the map on there. I always hate seeing the map inside of a map. It just doesn't work. It just throws me off a little bit. So we'll go ahead and turn that one off. That is one of the controls that we have on there. I also did set up to be able to change my information display. So I can see my fuel, I can see speed, cruise control, what time, everything just sitting right in here without having to worry about it. Now the reason why I was able to do that is I used to have cruise control, resume cruise control, up cruise control, down cruise control, and I removed all of them. The only one that I have is now setting the cruise control, and that's it. Because, I'm sorry, I want it realistic, like you're going down the road in an 18-wheeler with an Eden Fuller shifter where you can't just hit the cruise control to go up and then it'll shift. I want to be able to do that. I resume the exact same thing. As soon as you hit the clutch, it would deactivate the cruise control. So it doesn't make sense to actually have those set up on there. Now, if I wanted to be unrealistic, I would totally do that. Looks like we got a little bit before we get over to Fresno. Yes, we are going to be discovering Fresno because we are going through there. So let's go ahead and continue on with this drive here. Oh, going a little too fast there. Slow up just a little bit. But I do like to be able to change these things around to be able to see like how much distance I have before I have to get fuel. Because after we get our own rig, that's going to be a big thing that we're going to need to be able to look at is how much fuel do we have compared to how far we still have to go. Now those are not that accurate, we'll say, especially when you're cruising down at 60 miles an hour, at 80 miles an hour and you're getting really bad gas mileage. The destination mileage just drops like crazy. So it looks like we got a turn coming up here. So we will get that one going on. I really do like the graphics in this. All of the different graphics. Like, look at all of those harvesters right over there. All those John Deere harvesters, it looks like. Probably not saying John Deere, due to the fact I don't think they have the contract with them to be able to put John Deere on there. But, hey, you never know. In the future, they might actually add that. Now, we're coming up to our turn here. I've got another rig. I think I need to turn the sensitivity down on these brakes here. I'm used to my other profile. I had the sensitivity turned way down on there, so I don't have to worry about that. We're gonna hit that cop? Yep, we hit the cop. And no, we're not gonna stop for him. It's fine. But hey, what was I supposed to do in that circumstance? I was all the way over I could. Now looks like we're coming up to Fresno here. Check. Yep, we got Fresno coming up here. Fresno does have a few things that we can discover in there. Now, seeing as how we're not in our own truck, we're not going to be really doing that much of the discovering of each town. Later on, when we have our own truck, might look about, if we go through a town, just discovering a few roads. I know I've done that before, so yeah. But here we go. I have stopped at that hotel quite a few times before. It's a nice one right off of the freeway here. So you can actually get right off the freeway and then get right onto there. Take this one really wide. Make it so we can get around there. There we go. Now we did not get any damage from that accident, so that's a really lucky thing right there. And then get right in here in front of that other rig. Yep, he's going to have to slow down. I think he's going to be really mad because we're getting right off over here. So he has to slow down to then slow down even more because we're going to be slowing down to get off the road. Now, I did have to pause my 3D printer. I was making more things for the rig that I'm building. I did have to pause it. It was supposed to take 10 hours to get done with what I am making. I'm making the pedals still. And what happened? But I am at 10 hours, and guess what? It's only halfway done. So I had to pause the 3D print just to make it so that way I could actually make this video. Because we do want to actually have these videos going on. I do want to try to be quite regular with them as much as I can. Yeah, go ahead and stop back there, car. So you got everything coming down here. We are now entering Fresno. Too bad it doesn't say welcome to Fresno, and then you discover Fresno. Because you saw the sign that says you're entering Fresno. So why wouldn't it do that? That's one good question there. So I am hoping that we can get through Fresno pretty fast and then get to our destination. I'm hoping that we can get a second trip in, but you never know with how much we're going to be able to do this. Now, I don't know how much fast forward is going to be in this one because it does look like we got a lot of back roads that we're going to be in. And yes, before anybody else says it, I do know that I am riding the left-hand lane in a rig, and I will be getting over pretty soon. But I just realized it, so we can't really get over right now while we're sitting at this intersection. Now, there is one thing with these lights. They are really dim. Isn't that turn really dim right there compared to the straights? Like, those are really bright. However, the turns, like when you're coming up to them, you can't tell. They're so dim that when you're driving up on the turn signals, you can't see them. So you don't know if it's green, you don't know if it's red, anything. So like this one, you got the turn signal. Can you see what the turn signal is saying? Nope, 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 nope. Now you can. So you have to be right at the actual turn signal before you can tell if it's green, red, yellow, anything. So that is one thing that I hope that SCS fixes, that they fix that when you're coming up to an intersection, you can actually see that it's a red light, or you can see that it's a green light. Because just like this one, turn signal again, can't see it. Oh, there you go. So you have to be right on top of it, which means you have to be going very slow when you're coming up to the intersections. Otherwise, you're going to run a red light and get fined for it. Which, I don't know, I don't want to get fined. I want to be able to get that rig. I want to be able to get the Kenworth. Same one that we're driving right now. However, for the one that we're going to get, we are going to get those blind spot mirrors, because right now I have 0 blind spot mirrors in this entire truck. Has anybody else realized that? There is none out the sides or anything. So hopefully we don't hit anybody. Oh, got a car coming. Yep, right there. Oh, another one behind it. Yep, they all just want to take their time. Okay, looks like we're good now. However, we do have cars coming there. Little trick you learn. You hit the brake, because it's trying to roll backwards. You hit the brake, then you can get it to go forward again. You should have watched out for me, right? Yeah, we'll just say that. I'm getting really lucky that we aren't getting any damage here. That's like super lucky that I'm not getting any damage. And I've hit 2 different cars. So 1, I hit a cop car. Got a fine for that one. 2, hit another car. No fine whatsoever. I probably took off his rear quarter panel on that one too. Because he was driving 30, I was doing maybe 10. So I do think that this truck does need a little bit more horsepower to be able to get this delivery done. They should have given me one with just a little bit more power in it, because we're struggling to get started. We're struggling to get up that last hill back over there. It wouldn't even speed up. So we're going to have to not slow down for any of these corners if we want to make it up this one, because I'm going to start losing speed here. Yep, 47, 46, 45. Yep, 44. Oh, staying at 44. There we go. 44 and a 55. There we go. Coming back up now. Now, that is one thing I do not like about California, is that the speed limit is 55 for every single truck on every road, maximum. So I am looking forward to getting out of here, because I do want to try to get my speed up a little bit faster than there. I do want to be able to use the full gears. I want to be able to get up to 60, 65. Hey, there's even roads that are 80 miles an hour in this game. Now, it is really fast. There is one other thing, which I will take a little poll on. Who thinks I should try to, once we get our own truck, just immediately drive it down to the hidden racetrack. Because yes, there is a hidden racetrack in this game, which you can take your truck at. And then you just drive your truck around there, see how fast you can get it. Now, I'm driving really crazy around here, and I'm probably going to hit something. I did hit a guardrail. Didn't get any damage. So, again, I'm getting really lucky on not getting any damage on any of these things. But who thinks that we should get a rig and then immediately go down to the hidden racetrack and take it around there? I'm looking for your feedback on there. If you think I should, leave it in the comment. Let me know that you would like to see me go to the racetrack with our first truck and see how well we can actually do in there. Looks like we got a slow truck coming over here. I'm doing 55, so I'm doing the speed limit, and we are catching up. And he was just going downhill. So I can only imagine what speed we're going to be going up this little tiny hill right here. Huh. I wonder. So we got down to 50, and we are still catching up to him. Yep, we are still catching up to all of those. Those are the two cars that were actually close to us when we were trying to speed up. We are catching up to everyone. Don't know if that's a good thing. Maybe we should call that number, 555 storage. See about storage. You never know. We got a harvester on the back here. Think they'll miss it? Think they won't realize that we didn't drop it off? We also have to hide this truck, though. And I don't know if they put GPS on this thing. Most trucks nowadays have GPS. Okay, it looks like we're going to be doing a lot of just straight driving around here, not really coming into any towns. So we will start our very first fast forward. So we will see you again when we get closer to our destination, because we have 13 miles to go. Okay, so I decided I would come back now just so we could see this entire hill. We got some cutbacks coming over here, so switchbacks going back and forth. This is one of the things that I said when we first started this. These are the funner ones, is to see if you can get up them, because some trucks don't have that much power. This one, we're struggling at 23 miles an hour right now to get up this hill. We're down to 19. Just trying to get up this little tiny hill. We got a ton of cars behind us. We're trying to make it up here with cutbacks going back and forth. Our trailer is really long going into the other lane. So we're down to 19 miles an hour here, trying to make it up this hill. I'm in the other lane, just trying to make it so my trailer doesn't go off and hit things. Oh, that was a lot of fun. Okay, looks like we have made it through there. And we got some soft corners coming up here. The scenery is really nice that we got here. Looks like somebody sprung a lake right there on the ground. Yeah, good thing that's not us, because it wouldn't be that much fun for us. Yeah, no, wouldn't be that much fun. There's a lot of cops out today. Have you guys noticed that? There's cops out everywhere today. They're just trying to catch everybody speeding, apparently. Or is it the day before a holiday? It doesn't give a date. Nope, there's no date on what day of the year it is. So it doesn't say anything like that. It's a Tuesday. We know that much. We know it's Tuesday. But we don't know what day of the year it is. So that is one thing that would be nice for SCS to add in. Actually put in a calendar year. So have every day of the year on there, be able to have that, so that way you could see what day of the year it is. You know, maybe later on they'll put that in there, and also maybe add in seasons. So like when you get to the northern states and it's January, it'll be a little colder. Maybe you'll have snow on the ground, stuff like that. Versus snow, it'll be snowing. I mean, rain, it'll be snowing. Yes, I'm having a hard time speaking today, if you could not tell that. It is a very big challenge to be able to talk today. But we are making it down the road. So I'm not having, well, I was going to say I'm not having that much problems driving, but we've already hit multiple things so far today. So not sure if that one's going to work. There's another cop. Somebody should actually count how many cops we pass on this trip. How many different cops are we going to actually pass on here? Because there has been a lot of police that we have actually passed. I don't even know. Let me see, we got 1, 2, 3. We hit four. Was there any other ones so far right now? I got 4. But I don't know if we passed any other ones, because normally I don't pick out like when we pass cops. I just pass them. I'm not doing anything illegal, so why should I worry? Plus, they don't pull me over. They just give me an e-ticket, which is never fun. There's another one. That's 5. That's 5. Yep. We're going to be counting that from now on. So we're counting the cops from now until our destination. We got 150 miles. 150 miles, and we will be counting the cops. So apparently the cops really like this desolate road where there is nowhere to turn off. Because that's the second one we have seen on this road alone. Now it's 65, but it's still 55 for us, because trucks get to go slower. And coming up to some cutbacks, it looks like, or some sharp corners. So we're going to need to make sure we're ready for those. Now that I'm counting cops, now we're not getting as many cops. Is that right? Come on. The second I say that we're going to start counting them is the second that the cops stop showing up. The AI decides, we've sent enough cops over his way. We shouldn't need to send any more. He won't do anything illegal because he's going to think there's too many cops. Isn't that how it is in real life? They put all the cops right in one area and you drive by all of them and you're like, okay, that's too many cops around here. I'm going slower because there's something going on. Slowing up for this one. Good thing we did, because we got that other rig coming in this lane, coming over there. And I needed to go really wide. Oh, got another car. Sharp corner. That is one thing with these triple trailers, is they go out in the other lane if you're not careful. They will make it to the other lane. And I'm sure everybody behind us is loving us right now. They're wishing that they were in a passing zone, so that way they could just go right around us. However, I have never once in this game had an actual AI pass me as I was driving down a 2-lane road. On the freeways, when there's multiple lanes, yes, they pass you. However, on these ones, if there's a passing lane, I have never had the AI actually pass me. I could be going 20 miles an hour at 55, and I doubt they would actually pass me. Maybe one day we'll have to figure that one out. See if they actually will pass you if you're going too slow when you're on a 2-lane road. Maybe we'll have to do it this time. We'll see. We can get vehicles behind us while we're going down a 2-lane road in a passing zone. Did we get any vehicles past us? Coming behind us? No. Let's see around this corner. See if anybody's back there. Does it look like we got a vehicle? Looks like we got a vehicle behind us. So now we just got to find out if there's going to be a passing zone coming up. I think there might be one coming up because it looks like we're coming to a little bit straight of a road. So we're going to keep the speed down just a little bit. We're going to run a test to see if the AI will actually pass us. It's a 55-mile-an-hour road, 65 for that, 65 for AI. We're going to find out if they actually will pass. So we're going to slow up, and we're going to see if they will actually pass us. I think 30 sounds good. We're going to set the cruise at 30. 29, we'll do 30. There you go. And then let's go to this view. So we're in Nevada. We got a speed limit of 70. There is a car behind us. So let's just go to this view. We'll just turn the camera. It's a cop. It's a cop behind us, and I'm pulling over to the side of the road in hopes that he will try to pass me. But it does not look like the cop is actually going to try to pass me. I'm going 34 miles an hour and a 70. He is out of his jurisdiction, just to let you know. Because we're in a totally different state, which means he does not have jurisdiction here. So if I decided to speed right now, he should not be able to give me a ticket. So I am going 30 miles an hour in a 70. Okay, with a cop behind us, in a passing zone. Oh my God, he's passing! He's passing! Do you guys see this? He's passing! They actually do pass! I can't believe it! They do pass! I can't believe it! So let's go ahead and speed up now. Now that we know that they will pass you if you're going too slow. They will actually pass you. That's the first time I have ever seen the AI actually do that. I am totally speechless now. I never thought that he would actually pass me. But apparently he was just waiting for a clearing to come. But that is so awesome. I've never known that they do that. Now I do. And now all of you do too. You actually saw the AI pass on a 2-lane road. I cannot believe it. I'm just so shocked with it. I can't believe it. Okay, so we are going to get this delivery done now. We got 72 miles left of our drive. Looks like we're coming up to a turn here. We are in a 70 mile an hour zone. I like it. So we actually get to go a little bit faster. If we are going off the logic of actual driving when you're going down a road, it would take us about an hour to get there. AI time doesn't actually have that. It says it's going to take us to go the remaining 61 miles. It's going to take us an hour and 13 minutes. If we're doing 70 miles an hour, that means we're doing a mile every 53 seconds. But if you think about it, we went 60 miles an hour. That's telling you we would do 60 miles in 1 hour. So from right here, it would be 1 hour to get there if we were doing 60 miles an hour. Now I know that there is some change in times and stuff like that because different speeds. Now we got a 70 mile an hour road again, so we should be able to get down over there. It's a 55 around this corner. Trust me, we're not even going to be going that while we're going through here. But I gotta tell you this much. I am still in shock that that cop actually passed us. I cannot believe it. I don't know why I'm so shocked at it. But for them to actually put in for the AI, if you're going too slow, that the AI is allowed to pass you, that just tells me the level that they're actually being at for this game. Is that the AI will actually pass you if you're going too slow. That is just astonishing to me. Yeah. Did anybody else think that would actually happen? Anybody else? Because, wow. Okay, coming up to a 45 mile an hour zone. We're not even going that fast yet. We still have not been able to speed up to get to our speed. Looks like we're at 45 here, but we're only going 43, 44, 45. There we go. Oh, and now we gotta slow down again. So we just get to the speed. Just my luck. And then Tonopah, I think is how you say this name. We're at our destination city. However, we still have another 44 miles to go. I did look at this in the map earlier today. because this load has actually been there for a little while. I've actually wanted to do this video for a while now. Pretty much all day, except for I've been printing and it hasn't been able to do that because of there. So, no, 25. The destination is on the other side of the town. So we have to go to the other side of the town just to be able to get to our destination. Now, drink, drive, lose. I guess that's another way. You shouldn't drink and drive. The only thing is, I do have a beer in my hand right now. Which anytime that I see those signs, I take a drink from my beer. Just because I can't do it in real life. You cannot drink a beer while you're driving. Not unless you're in another state. I think I've heard of a state where you can actually have a beer while you're driving. Don't know if it's legit or not. Have no idea if you're actually able to or not. If you're able to in your state, you can let us know. I cannot in the state that I am. I'm in Minnesota, where it's extremely strict like that. You cannot have it. You can't even have an empty beer can in the back of your car. That can't even be in the back seat of your car. They will actually get you in an open container if you have that. Oh, it looks like we needed a turn there. And I totally missed that turn. So we are going to see if right up here there's a turnaround. Looks like we got a road. No, that's not a road. It's a residential area. Had a little path right there that led into there. But it doesn't look like we got any roads right here. So we might actually be doing an illegal turn right here. So we're going to just have some fun. We're going to do a little off-roading here. So apparently you can't go off of the road that much. And we just hit another car. I am really doing good on hitting things today. And I got a lot of trucks coming, apparently. Of course, everybody wants to drive down this road now that I want to try to make a turn, right? Apparently, everybody is behind us. All the AI in this entire game. Really, guy? Apparently the AI really wants to have some fun here. So now he's going to have a lot of fun. You are really going to love that accent. You're probably going to watch it a few times. Turn off differential lock. And now we will keep going. Yes, we have gotten fined a lot on this drive. This is going to be one of those how not to drive videos. Do not make a U-turn right in the middle of the road. A legal U-turn, that is. Now, I'm surprised a cop didn't actually come around while we were doing that. Because remember, we had cops all video. But that truck should not have done that. He saw me coming out from there. Most vehicles would have just not gone. They would have given the extra room, especially being an 18-wheeler, because he pulled right up to my cab. Okay, so we're at 45. We got 41 miles to go. Yeah. That one's going to be a fun one. We're going to have some fun with that video. Yeah, I've probably lost a few viewers just because of that. Or I might have gained some. You never know. Could be a fun time. Could be not. Well, we'll find out in a little bit. After I post this video. Oh, yeah. And now we're up to 70 miles an hour. We got 33 miles to our destination. I honestly thought it was a straight pull all the way through that town. That's what I thought I remembered when I looked at the map. But apparently I was wrong. Or they changed the destination on me from the last time I looked at it. Could have happened. So it could have been a different load altogether. That was just going from the same location to the same location. Well, from the same city to the same city, but a different location, maybe? You never know. Let's find out. Nope, Sunshine Crops is the same one. Yep, it's coming up to there. Hey look, they got some construction going on there. Good thing I wasn't going that fast. Can't go that fast. I got the pedal down right now. I still haven't got up to speed. We might get to speed by the time we get to our destination. You never know. I would be interested if they would actually tell you how much horsepower and everything that you have in these trucks as you're going, when you're actually getting to use them. That would be nice to be able to know how much horsepower, how much torque, everything like that before you actually pick the trip up. Because it's not my own truck. I don't know exactly how much horsepower. I don't know how much of everything is in there. So that would be a nice update that SCS could do. You know, adding in those. Okay, looks like we're arriving at our destination. This is going to be the automatic standard drop-off. It's not going to be the skilled one. Reason for that is because of the triple trailer. They do turn around and remove the having to back up when you're with a triple, because have you ever tried to back up a triple? It's not easy and you can't really do it that well. Okay, so now let's find out where we're going to be going. So we are going right over there on the left hand side. That's going to be a fun one to get this in. Let's see. Gotta come in at an angle like this. Now I do have to go past it to then come back to it, because I need the trailer to actually end up being in the actual thing. If you look over there, it's still going to pass it. Now I can start coming back. So not going to tell me in a minute. There we go. Of course I hit the wrong button. And there we go. Okay, so we got our long distance haul, which was a bonus. We have our high value, which is another bonus. We have level 3, plus we have the base money, base experience. We got 860 experience. That's another reason I want to do this, because it gave us another level. So now we have another level. We have, what is that? So we got just over 700 more experience than we need. We had another one of those loads, we would get our next level as well. So we'd be a level 5. As I said, we are going to be adding in the fragile, just-in-time, high-value, hazmat. We're going to add in one of each of these, then we're going to go through the hazmat, and so that way we can get our max amount of money and our max amount of everything. Now, let's just see what we have. From here, going to other places. So we got Barstow, California, we've already been to. We have Farmington. Ooh. These are actually really good prices. So we got 14,000, which takes us all the way back over to California. This one takes us to New Mexico, so we go through a couple of other states. However, it's not that good of a price. This one would be the good one. It's a crawler tractor. So it's one of the ones that has tracks all over it. No wheels, all tracks. Really nice. We might have to do that one next time if it's still actually there, and it is at the location that we just dropped off at. It's the only destination in this town. So we will have to do that one next time. Thank you for watching again. We will see you on the next video. This one is going to be a pretty long video. I think I'm going to try to make it around 30 minutes. We'll see. Thank you again. See you next time.